Hi, and welcome to this cryptocurrency weekly update video. We are going to take a look at the whole market. We will start by looking at uh, the winners of the past week and also the losers of the past week. And after that, we will go to the charts and we will look at the market in depth. And we will also chart Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I also want to take a look at Cardano. Let's get started. Let's zoom in a little bit. Bitcoin has been trading uh, below $43,000 as of right now, and Ethereum has been trading below $3,300. But both went up this week. Bitcoin went up by 2%, and Ethereum went up by 3.7% in the last 7 days. Now let's take a look at the last winners of the previous 7 days. And that is Oasis Network, which increased by a shy 60%. Secret went up by 54.5%. Near went up by almost 42%. Economy went up by 38.5%. Phantom with 32%. Cardano with 30%. And we can see that there is a lot of green in the market. A lot of coins have been doing well. So that is nice to see. Let's also take a look at the weekly losers. And we can see that Wonderland has gone down with almost 29% in the past 7 days. Loop Ring, which had quite some hype some time ago, went down with 22.5%. And Internet Computer went down with 16.5%. So those are the losers of this last week. The whole cryptocurrency market is worth just over $2.1 trillion. So looking pretty nice. Let's go to TradingView and take a closer look at the whole market. So this is the chart of the whole cryptocurrency market. And because I'm new with these videos, I'm going to start on the monthly chart so we can discuss what happened recently. So since, let's say, October of 2020, the market increased from around $350 billion all the way up to $2.5 trillion. And then we had this correction, and we went all the way down here, and that was in summer last year, and then we went back up, and we hit $3 trillion in November of last year. $3 trillion is a lot of money. So it was really nice. It is a nice milepoint that we actually hit that number. Now let's take a closer look at the chart. Let's go to the weekly. And the weekly is interesting. And we will discuss this right now. So we recently set this low over here in the summer of last year. And then we went up and we stopped right here in September. And then we got this correction. Now this correction I already saw coming because it was based off this previous all-time high, and this was a clear rejection. That is why the markets went down. But it made a higher low, and then eventually we set this higher high of $3 trillion, and we have been in a downtrend since. What is now very important to note is that this low right here has been kept. Right? We had this low over here, made us push to the new all-time high, and that is the low that we are currently holding. So as long as we hold this area, we might consolidate here for a while. I think we will soon see a test of $2.440 trillion, which is this area over here. So as long as we don't lose this low, we will be fine. If we do lose this low, then we will see lower prices But of course, we cannot tell how far down the markets will go. We cannot predict the future. Let's take a look at the daily charts. So on the daily, we can see that we did something important, something that was expected, which was testing. I'm drawing it in really nicely. We tested over here, that was a couple days ago, we tested the previous range, because this has been the range the market was trading in December, and we actually tested it. This is the range we want the market to go back into, but we are waiting for new buyers before we get there. All right, so that is the whole market situation at the moment. We can see that we are in a local uptrend, and we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen. So let's go and take a look at Bitcoin. Let's also start on the weekly. All right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin set the all-time high of $69,000 back in November, and then we started this downtrend. And again, we have this low over here, which is very important. And if we look closer to this, I mean, if we zoom in, we can see that this green candle over here opened and closed. Well, actually, it opened here and it's closed here, below this current low. Technically, this would mean that we lost this low, and that usually indicates that we will see lower prices. But don't panic just yet, because I'm not really convinced, because this is a really tiny area. So I'm taking this this really lightly. And also on top of that, if we go back to the chart of the total markets, here we can see that we've been holding this low. So I'm not in panic at all. Yeah, I'm taking this lightly. It might be a loss, so it depends on the week we are in right now. Let's see how this week is going to go, because if we do see an increase, then nothing has happened. We still kept this low. Yeah, I'm not convinced yet. Okay, let's go back to the Bitcoin chart, and let's clean this and go to the daily chart. Actually, in fact, let's go to the 4-hour chart, because we can see that we are making a little uptrend, right? We are in this tiny uptrend over here. But in the big picture, we are still in this massive downtrend, and that is something we want to break. So let's go into depth of that. Let's switch to the 4-hour chart. Now, I posted a video a couple days ago. It's only 1 minute long, so go check that out. And it's very important. So we set this a low over here of $41,000. And since then, we set a higher low over here of $42,000. Now, if we look at the downside, so at the worst case scenarios, then we need to take a look at this low over here, the $42,000 low. This is the area we do not want to lose, because if we lose the $42,000 low, it will mean we will go to lower prices, and we will go back down to around $40,000 to $41,000. And if we lose this low over here, then we will even go lower, and we will go to areas of here and potentially even around here. So that is around $37,000, $38,000, and potentially even $35,000. So those are the worst case scenarios. But like I said, don't panic yet. Keep in mind that we might go to $38,000 or $35,000. But for now, as long as we hold $42,000, we'll be fine. If we lose it, we'll go to $40,000, $41,000, and if we lose that, then we can look at $38,000 to $35,000. Now let's look at the upsides, because we also want to see some positives in the market, and they are some positives, because like I said, we created this higher low. So this is the first step of a trend reversal. right? We've been in this whole downtrend the whole time. Um, and now we can finally see some uh, changes. Now, what we want to do is we want to keep this $42,000 level, and then we want to break this area over here, which is around 43 to $44,000. That is the area we want to gain. Because once we break out and gain this area, then we will test the bottom of the previous range, which is there, which is around $46,000. And we can see that that is the bottom of the previous range by drawing in this rectangle. We can see that the market was trading in this area in December. And that is the area we want to go back into. We want Bitcoin to first test the bottom of this range, which is around $46,000. Two things might happen. Either we will test it and immediately enter this uh, this range and continue to trade here, or we will see a rejection and we will set a higher high, but we will go to lower prices. But as long as we then create another high low here, and then we can push and make another push. So it is important that eventually we will get back to this area and get back into this range. This is where we want to get back into. Okay. So we're waiting for that to eventually happen. Let's delete all this. Yeah, so that is the current situation of Bitcoin. Let me just clean up the chart. I'm actually going to draw it in one more time. So we have the low here, a higher low over here, but we need to break this area. There's upward pressure, and we are looking for a gain like that. And like I said, if we lose 42,000, we will go to $40,000 to $41,000. So keep that in mind. That is Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum. And on Ethereum, let's quickly take a look at the weekly level here. We held this low over here. That's good to see. Let's go to the daily. Is there anything to see on the daily? No, let's go to the 4-hour charts. Let's look locally. So, similar situation as Bitcoin. We had this low right here of $3,200. If we lose this, then we will go down to lower areas around here or here. And if we lose these areas, then obviously we are going to see lower prices below $3,000, maybe all the way to $2,500, depending on how the market is going to react to that. On the upside, well, you can see we are creating higher lows, but again, there is some upward pressure. So again, we are looking to see wait to see a gain of the, let's say, $3,400 area, and then we can test the previous range, which is around $3,600, and this is the previous range. So this is where Ethereum was trading in last month. Then we dropped down, and yeah, we are just waiting to see what's going to happen. Yeah, we can really be brief about that. So it's like I said, it's a similar situation to Bitcoin. So we just want to keep this upwards pressure, and then make our way up, gain this area, and then do this test over here. That would be great. All right, now let's take a look at Cardano. And the reason why I wanted to take a look at Cardano is because there has been talk about a potential new all-time high. And let's actually go to the daily charts. People are talking about, well, some people are starting to talk about Cardano hitting a new all-time high because we saw this recent pump. and that is why people are talking about this coin, right? People always talk when there's hype. Now, Cardano set this all-time high of over $3 back in September, and since then it's been in this downtrend. The reason why we don't look at the all-time high yet is because we are here. We are around $1.50 and the all-time high is around $3. That means that the market has to increase by about 100% to get back to the previous all-time high. So it needs a lot of money to get back there. Not only that, but like I said, we are in this massive downtrend, right? We can see that the highs are getting lower and we can see that the lows are getting lower. We are in a downtrend. And we want to break this downtrend first. Now, some traders might say, yeah, but we are starting to break this downtrend, because they will draw a line similar to like this, or maybe like this, right? Maybe even call it a wedge, whatever they call it. They think this is breaking the trend, and that is not true. A trend only gives you a direction, right? A trend only tells you which direction the market is heading in, or the coin is heading in, and that is it. So what we are looking into first to break this downtrend is we are looking at this high over here of about $1.50. We set this low over here, then around $1.20. Then we went up, set this high around $1.50, and then we set this lower low. It's a lower low, so still downtrend, of around $1.10. And now we are going up. And there is something that we want to see. And what do we want to see? We want to see a gain of this area. Now, let me explain this. Let's draw this line over here. This is the body of the previous high. We are currently above this high. However, if tomorrow, let's say that this candle today is closing in 10 hours, right? Let's say that tomorrow Cardano goes back down and closes around here. Then this is a rejection, right? So we want to see a gain of this high. And when do we see a gain? You can see a gain if a candle opens and closes above a specific area. So we want to gain this purple line, which is this high, of course. So the first step is that in 10 hours, we want Cardano to close above the purple line. Now, let's say it does and it closes over here. Then tomorrow, we'll obviously also open the next candle over here. We want to close the candle at least above the purple line. So whether that is here or here, it doesn't matter. As long as it's above this purple line, then it's a gain. Now, even if this is gained, it doesn't automatically mean that Cardano will keep going up. It can, it is possible, but it's also possible that we're just setting a new higher high and then are creating a new higher low first, right? So we can also go down first and then go up. So what do we need to look at? So once we do set a higher high, we are looking at a higher low first. And there are some points of interest. There's this area over here. There is this area over here. And we can also look a bit lower around this area right here. These are the areas where Cardano might set a higher low. And we can also confirm this by using a Fibonacci. Well, I'm going to draw it to the top of today, so it's not really reliable because we don't know when it's going to close. But for now, let's put it here, and we can see that this red line confirms this area. Maybe if we adjust the Fibonacci a little bit and take this this wick over here, then we can actually see that this is confirmed, and this is also pretty much confirmed. So these areas are indeed interesting. So that means that Cardano could go down, create a higher low, or maybe even going lower, or even lower, to set a new higher low, and then we can look at a new higher high. On the upside, we want to gain this area and then push up. And the first point is going to be, let's see. So this area has already been tested by this wick, so we can ignore that. Well, we have this little volume node over here. We also have this body over here, but it might even test this area right here. So around, let's see if we can find a confirmation. Around $1.67 to $1.80. Maybe we can make that a block. Let's draw a rectangle. There's also something here, but it's a different area. Yeah, let's draw in this block over here. Yeah, you also have this volume node though. This could be potential resistance. But keep in mind of this volume node over here as well. It might stop there. So yeah, this is a big area. We could also actually just do this. There we go. Let me delete this. Let's go over here. There we go. Let's look at this whole block. This could be potential resistance, so you could pick up a short there, but at least expect some resistance there. It might struggle. So that is the update for Cardano. I think this is the weekly update too. I'm just going to clean up this chart. Yeah, so that is it for this video. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. In the description, you can find all my links to all my socials, and my website also has links to all my socials. And if you want me to chart a specific coin, let me know, and I can definitely take a look at it and take it from there. All right, thanks for watching, and bye bye.